Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the Death in the Family mission set in Dartmoor, England. And today we are going to take care of the Percival Passage Escalation. This is a 3-level escalation with a couple of rewards at the end. Firstly, we will get the Hunter's Briefcase for, I believe, completing all 3 levels. But just for starting, we will get the Hunter's outfit. So for this challenge we have 2 targets. We can kill them any way we wish. We cannot change disguise, and we have a restricted loadout. So right from the start, there we go. There's our hunting outfit acquired. We're going to make our way all the way around the maze and the greenhouse, all the way around the outside of the map here, past the gardeners, until we come to some bushes, which you can see just up ahead on our right here. And off in the yonder you can see a guard, and when he turns around like he has and walks off, we can continue on in amongst the hedges. Be aware there are a number of people around. We're going to make our way through the gap in the hedge there into the bushes and continue on now towards the house. And in an earlier video I mentioned about the importance of one of the ladder shortcuts, and this is where it's going to come in very handy, because we can approach the corner of the building and ascend our shortcut ladder, which takes us up to, I believe, Gregory's room, where we will find our first target, so we won't have to try and navigate our way through the house. So he's going to die by an accident fall. We'll have his gun while we're here. And we're going to move on to target number 2. So we're going to make our way into the bedroom, and we are going to sneak past these guards and out the window or the balcony beyond onto the ledge. We're going to scoot round to our left so we can stand up, and we're going to scoot along to our left, where we will encounter our second target, who's going to come and stand by this open window here. And when he does, we can then throw him out of the window and create our second accident kill, and hopefully keep our silent assassin rating. As with all of these escalations, I will endeavour to get a silent assassin rating, but if for whatever reason I lose that silent assassin rating, I will then switch from Agent Anubis / Agent 47 approach of silent assassinating, and I will begin the essentially kill anyone who gets in my way approach. You know, if you're going to be a problem later in the level, or even in the immediate future, I'm just going to kill you and get the mission done. Because as I've mentioned before, I am not a fan of the escalations personally. Some of them are pretty good, but many of them I find repetitive and boring, and ludicrous in some cases. From Hitman 1, Paris springs to mind. So once we have our second target killed, we're just going to retrace our steps back down and through our shortcut ladder, and we're going to take the bridge exit. So you'll notice I did grab a knife off of the side in the bedroom on my way out, and we're going to use that as a distraction. Try not to throw it at anyone's head, and when everyone looks away, we can then make for the bridge. So level 1 done, and with a silent assassin rating, I'm not doing too badly. So there is confirmation we have our first unlockable, which I do believe is the briefcase. It's either the briefcase or the outfit. So we move on to level 2, and we now have an extra target. All bodies must now be hidden, and we have to kill all of our targets with the barber's razor. So right from the start, level 2, we're going to go in completely the opposite direction from level 1, and we're going to approach the building from this side, because we're going to need to pick up the barber's razor. So we're just going to run straight along the hedge here, all the way straight up to the building, up the stairs and around to our left. And we're just going to keep going, just keep going until we get to the corner here where we will find a drain pipe. We're going to climb up that drain pipe, and then we're going to scoot along the ledge to our right, which will bring us to a window. And in this window we find it we're in a bathroom with a barber's razor. So with that taken care of, we are now going to retrace our steps, basically, until we realise that there's no other drain pipe here. I'm on the wrong side of the building. So what you want to do is stay in the bathroom. We're going to cut through the building. So what we're going to do is exit the bathroom here and through the door to our left very quickly. Be aware of where the patrolling guard is. If he's over ahead of us like he was, or if he's standing still, you're safe to get past. If he's in motion, you may have to wait him out. But once we made it through that hallway, we can then make it through our window on our left, up the drain pipe to the second floor, where we will encounter our first of 3 targets. And you want to just wait, hang in there. If the target is where he is, you're safe to just go straight up and over. Not the target, sorry. If the 2 guards are over where they were, if one of the guards is not there, it's best to wait, because once you vault that ledge you do have to keep moving because you will be seen by the target. So once we're up on the ledge, we can make our way inside and eliminate our target. There we go. And you may have noticed I made a point of looking at a shotgun on the way down the stairs, or just at the top of the stairs there. That shotgun will become important in level 3. So once we have our target safely tucked up, we're going to collect up his gun in the box under the stairs. We can now retrace our steps and back down the drain pipe, and we can now go and take out targets 2 and 3, originally 1 and 2, in effectively the same way we did the first time, except instead of pushing them out of windows, we're going to cut their throats. So scoot down the drain pipe along the ledge and onto the bedroom balcony. You have to come quite a way out on this balcony to get up. But once we're up on the balcony, all we have to do is select our razor, sneak up behind our target and cut his throat. And we do need to hide all of the bodies, so we are going to take his body into the bedroom, where we will find in the corner of the room a wardrobe. Come on, get in there, Anubis. Get used to this wardrobe. We're going to be spending some time in this one. So with our second victim now safely tucked up, we're going to go through the room and out the other side, just like we did in level 1. So we're going to check on instinct where the patrolling guard is. He's just turned away, so we're good to go. So straight through the doors, around to our left, out onto the balcony, scoot over the ledge and around to our left, and we're going to scoot all the way along to the lawyer's office with the patrolling guard. Now we're going to wait for the guard to come to the window, and once he turns and moves away from the window, we're going to sneak into the room, get behind the guard and into the secret passage behind him. And it's at this point where I'm going to recommend a change to what I actually do. So once the guard turns and moves away again, we are free to enter the room. And there he goes. So we're going to sneak behind him, open the secret compartment and duck inside. Now what I recommend you do at this point is use instinct, wait for the guard to return to the window, come out of the secret room, sneak up behind the guard and render him unconscious, then drag him into this room, rather than what I'm doing here, which is I'm going to lure him in by throwing the razor and ducking into the bedroom next door. This is risky because you can attract the attention of the lawyer, and you are now completely unarmed. So grabbing him in the other room while he's at the window is a much easier and less risky approach, which we will attack in the 3rd level. So once the guard comes in to investigate, or if you already have him unconscious in this room, we can then kill him with the razor. We're going to dump his body in the crate provided. We're going to collect up all of these nice little bits and pieces here. It's just a few guns and a cutthroat. And we can then retrace our steps back out of the building just like we did in level 1 once we get across the hallway here. So straight across the hallway, if the patrolling guard isn't visible, means he's way out of our eye range and probably facing a different direction. So we're going to use instinct at the top of the ladder here to see if the 2 patrolling guards are around. If they're not, we are free to just descend the ladder. We're going to grab that shovel while we're here as well. We're going to use that instead of the razor as our distraction. And to be perfectly honest, I don't know whether it was a good idea or not, because when you throw the shovel, everyone looks in your direction as to where the shovel came from, because shovels just don't fall out of the sky, as you can see. So you might be better off throwing the razor. So once the guard finally goes to investigate the shovel, we can then bolt for the bridge. And that is level 2 of 3 now taken care of. So we can now move on to level 3, for which we now have 5 targets. All bodies must be hidden. We can only kill our targets. The same limited loadout. But this time the difference is we have to kill all 5 of these targets with the shotgun in Alexa's office that I pointed out in level 1. So back to our same route from level 1, we're going to duck down and run around the greenhouse and the hedge maze to our left and approach the building from this side. So once we get to the bushes here, we're going to duck into the bushes, wait for the guard ahead of us to move away. There he goes, and in between the hedges, keeping an eye out for all of the guards and gardeners around. Jump between the 2 hedge sections there and into the bushes beyond, and continue on heading towards the building. And you want to try and do this as fluidly as possible. You know, you don't want to be stopping and waiting around too much. You can do it quite easily if you just keep going. So once we reach the building and we head up our ladder, we approach our first target, but we do not yet have our shotgun. So we are going to render our target unconscious and take his gun, and he will be there for when we come back. So once we have him unconscious and his weapon acquired, we are going to vault over the balcony ledge just like before, scoot along the ledge just like before, and ascend the drain pipe just like before. Except this time again I'm going to recommend a change from what I do. Now what I do is I drop this gun so that one of these 2 targets up here take it away. What I recommend you doing is, while both targets are at their furthest point where the target not leaning is stood, and knock them both out very quickly, they shouldn't be spotted. And then you can go inside and take out the target inside the room who can see you. So what I've done there basically is I've dropped a gun, and one of the guards will come along and take that away, and he will be gone for some time. So we can then make our way up onto the upper floor, retrieve the shotgun, and like I said, if you've knocked out the other 2 guards, all you have to do is make your way down the stairs, kill your first target and dump him in the box, hide in the box with him, because you will only have seconds to get hidden before somebody comes into the room, and they shouldn't come out onto the balcony here and find your 2 unconscious targets. And that's the mistake I've made, because I am going to lose my Silent Assassin rating. So what I've done here basically is let the guard take the gun away. I was going to knock this guard out, drag him to the crate provided, shoot him and dump him in, and then I remembered that the guard can see me through this window. So we're going to go and take him out first, as we should have done after knocking out the 2 guards on the balcony. So we're going to shoot this guard as quickly as we can, grab his body, hide his body in the crate under the stairs, and then jump in after him as quickly as we can. And people will now be coming into the room from the corridor, and they unfortunately found this guy unconscious on the floor outside, so we are going to have to knock him out yet again. The other guard who took the gun away still has not actually returned yet, but he is on his way back and he is getting close. He's pretty much on this floor now and approaching Alexa's office. So very quickly we're going to shoot our target, hide his body in the crate provided, and jump in after him. Anytime. There we go. So once the commotion has calmed down and our 3rd target is back in position, we can exit our crate, shoot him in the back of the head. We're going to hide his body in the crate provided. Now luckily we have a little bit of time, because mostly the people who've heard the gunshot are downstairs. So I was going to run around here and jump in the crate on this side of the building, but then realised no one nearby has actually heard the gunshot, and anyone coming to investigate has got to go up about 4 flights of stairs. So we're going to move on and re-descend the drain pipe back down to the 1st floor, and we are going to approach the target we knocked out earlier. If we can make it through this ledge a little bit. There we go. So people should be just now running up the stairs and heading for the 2nd floor for the source of the sounds of the shotgun blasts. Meanwhile, we are down here with our 4th target, I believe, and we are going to drag him into the bedroom, and once again, just like we did upstairs, we are going to drag him to the closet or the crate, and we are going to drop his body here, pull out our shotgun, we're going to shoot our target, hide his body in the closet, and jump in after him as quickly as we can, because there are 2 guards guarding outside this room and they are going to come in running. But once they've given up, not found anything and gone back to what they're doing, we can then exit our closet and move on to our 5th and final target. And exactly as we did before in the other levels, we're going to exit the bedroom, out onto the balcony to our left, over into the ledge, and we're going to scoot along the ledge around to the lawyer's office. And again, once we get to the lawyer's office, what we want to do is wait for the target, the bodyguard, to move away. We are going to then jump in behind him, enter into the secret room, and instead this time of trying to lure him in there, we're going to wait for him to come back to the window, and when he does, we are able to then get hold of him much more securely. So once he's away from the window, we're going to duck in, use the bookshelf to open the secret passage, wait for the door to close, select our gun if we wish, but we are going to have to knock this guy out, so there's no point. So once the guard makes his way back to the window, we are then going to open the door, emerge into the office, render our target unconscious as quietly as we can, although the lawyer doesn't really notice too much. We're going to then drag our target into the secret room, and just like we have done with the other targets, we're going to drag him right up to the crate, closet or box provided, pull out our shotgun, shoot the target, get him into the crate as quickly as we can, and then dive in after him. So all we've got to do now basically is wait for all the panic to calm down, and people will come into this room searching. But once they all go back to their daily routines, we are then free to exit the level. And we're going to exit the level exactly the same way we have done for the last 2 levels. Again, I recommend using the cutthroat razor or the barber's razor as a distraction once we get down to the ground floor. So out of the lawyer's office, as long as the patrolling guard isn't around, through the bedroom and down the shortcut ladder and into the bushes behind us. Again, making sure that the 2 patrolling guards are not in the vicinity when you come down the ladder. We're going to grab the shovel once again, although once again I also do not recommend using the shovel, although this time the guard is in a different position. And luckily everyone has reacted as they should, and they're looking at the shovel, so we can exit the mission. So there you go, that is another escalation completed, the only one for Dartmoor. So the Percival Passage now done. I have been Anubis. I will see you all in the next video.